Hey, so today we're going to unpack a really powerful mental model. Seriously, this thing will completely change how you look at pretty much any complex problem, whether it's a huge policy debate or just an issue in your own neighborhood. So let's just dive right in and see how it works.
We're surrounded by these huge, complicated issues all the time, right? And it is so easy to feel totally overwhelmed. Like, where do you even start to get a handle on what's going on, let alone figure out what to do about it? Well, that's the big question we're going to tackle. Okay, to get to our framework, we actually have to start big picture. I mean, really broad. Let's start with the most basic reason we have rules in the first place: laws. They're really the bedrock of how we all agree to live together.
So let's break down what laws are actually trying to do. And it's not just about punishment, It's this incredibly delicate balancing act. Sure, they regulate behavior, but they also protect our individual rights from being trampled on. And all of that is happening while they're trying to keep a basic sense of order for everyone.
And you can kind of lump all these laws into two main buckets. You've got civil law. That's all about disputes between you and me, or between companies. Then you have criminal law, which deals with stuff that's considered harmful to society as a whole. Now just keep that in the back of your mind as we start to narrow our focus.
All right, with that foundation laid, let's get to the real heart of this. We're about to introduce a super powerful, two-part framework for looking at any issue. And it all comes down to two words: nature and scope.
You see, the secret to really understanding something complex isn't about having all the answers at once. It's about knowing which questions to ask. And this approach splits any problem into two much more manageable lines of thinking. And here it is. This is the whole shebang right here. On one side, you have nature. The question you ask is super simple: what is it? And on the other side, you've got scope. And the question there is, how big is the issue? See? One is about the quality and definition of the thing, and the other is about the quantity and its scale.
So let's zoom in on nature for a second. When you're trying to figure out the nature of a problem, you're getting right to its core. You're defining it, you're understanding its essential parts, you're figuring out what it's actually made of. It's the what.
And then you have scope. This is where you pull the camera way back and look at the problem's footprint on the world. How far does it reach? How many people does it touch? What are the ripple effects? This is the how big. It's all about putting real numbers and data to what you're seeing.
Okay, theory is great and all, but this stuff really comes to life when you see it in action. So let's make this real. We're going to take this framework and apply it to a really modern and pretty complex problem.
So our case study is going to be cyberbullying. It's something we've all heard about, but to really understand it, we have to split apart its nature and its scope.
First up, we'd analyze its nature. We'd start by asking, what is cyberbullying? Like, what specific behaviors are we even talking about? Then, we'd look at the laws that are already on the books to deal with it. And here's the kicker: we'd have to evaluate if those laws are even working. This is all about the what. Okay, now that we know what it is, we can look at its scope. And here we start asking, how big of a deal is this? We'd go find the data. How many people exactly are affected? What's the cost, not just in dollars, but to people's mental health? And who is getting hit the hardest? Which groups in society are most vulnerable? And the order you do this in is absolutely critical. Think about it. You have to know what you're measuring before you can actually measure it, right? By defining the nature of cyberbullying first, you can then go out and accurately figure out its scope. This two-step process stops you from getting confused and gives you a clear, complete picture.
So you might be thinking, okay, that's interesting for a legal issue, but I'm not a lawyer. Well, the reason we went through all this is because this framework, its usefulness goes way, way beyond a courtroom.
This is a mental model for anyone who just wants to think more clearly. Seriously, whether you're trying to figure out a challenge at work, a problem in your community, or even something personal, separating the what it is from the how big it is brings instant clarity. It's a game changer. So here it is, boiled down into your takeaway toolkit. Just 3 simple steps. Step 1, define the nature. Ask, what is it? Step 2, measure the scope. Ask, how big is it? And only then, after you've done those 2 things, can you move to step 3 and build a solution that actually works. Because now you're making something that perfectly fits the problem, both in its essence and in its size. And really, this is why it all matters. You just can't solve a problem you don't fully understand. If you have a great idea that addresses the nature of an issue, but totally ignores its scope, it's going to fail. And the reverse is true too. Real, lasting solutions only happen when you tackle both at the same time. So, we'll leave you with this question. Now that you have this nature versus scope framework, You've got a brand new lens to see the world more clearly. So think about a tricky issue in your life, big or small. What happens when you stop for a second and first ask, what is this really? And then ask, and just how big is it? What new ideas pop up?